boys and girls. My name is Rachel Cox, and I'm the Elementary Science Facilitator for Knox County Schools. This science lesson is for kindergarten, first, and second grades. But many ages might enjoy this lesson. You can find the handout that accompanies this lesson on the Knox County Schools website. Find the Student Resources tab, and you'll find this handout inside the Week 1 packet. If you'd like a printed copy of the handout, you can pick that up at your meal distribution site on Mondays between 10 and 12. So what are we going to learn today? We will be answering two questions. First, why do birds build their nests in the spring? And second, can you build a better nest than a bird? You may have noticed that it's springtime in Tennessee. Spring is the time of year when we get more sunlight each day, and it gets warmer outside. Flowers begin to bloom and plants begin to grow their leaves again. You might have even heard this. What is making that sound? You're right, it's birds. Birds build their nests in the spring. Some birds build tiny nests in bushes. Other birds build their nest way up high in the trees. Some birds use mud and even their own spit to build nests. Other birds weave together twigs and grass. So why do birds build their nests in the spring? Take a look at these baby birds. What do you notice? Did you notice that they don't have any feathers and their eyes don't open yet? Springtime has warm weather to keep the birds' eggs warm and baby birds warm. Winter would not be a good time for birds to lay their eggs. In the wintertime, it is too cold and the eggs won't hatch. There also isn't food for birds during winter. Plants have dropped their leaves and there aren't bugs or worms out. Most birds cannot survive in the winter. So why don't birds lay their eggs in the summer or fall? Summer is warm and fall time has lots of twigs and leaves that birds could use to build their nests. Remember the picture of the baby birds we saw? Did you notice how their mouths were open? That's because they rely on their mother for food. Mother birds must go out, search, and collect food and bring it back to the babies who rely on their parent to feed them. There isn't enough time before winter for eggs to hatch and grow into adult birds. You can see here there are baby birds begging for food from their mother, and even a bird that has grown up just a little still hanging out by its mom, waiting for mom to feed it. Birds must build their nests in the spring so that there is plenty of time for birds to grow into adults and learn to find food on their own. Spring is a special time. Do you think you can build a nest? Can you build a nest better than a bird? We have learned a lot about birds and how they build their nests. Your challenge this week is to build a nest that can safely hold one egg. You'll need your activity handout that looks like this. You can find this on the Knox County Schools website under the Student Resources tab in the Week 1 packet. Or you can pick out a printed copy of this handout at your meal distribution site on Mondays between 10 and 12. Remember, your challenge is to build a bird nest that can safely hold one egg using only the materials you found outside, just like birds do. Step 1, make a plan. What materials do you think would make a good nest? What can you collect outside that will keep an egg warm and safe? Draw your idea in the box on your activity handout. This is my drawing. I think that since I know birds build their nests in the springtime to keep their eggs warm and their babies warm, I plan to use moss to keep my egg warm. I also plan to use sticks and straw and leaves and grass to build my nest. Next, go outside on a walk with an adult to collect materials for your nest. Can you find some of these items? Explore the habitat around your house. That is a place that has the things you need to survive. Let's look for some of the things birds need to survive. Put a check mark in the box when you find something on the list, like things birds need to eat. Worms. I saw a worm on the road on my walk. Nuts, seeds, or insects like a beetle or caterpillar. Also look for a bird's shelter. That's its nest. I saw a nest way up high in a tree on my walk. You'll also need to bring a bucket or maybe a plastic grocery bag to collect materials for your nest. Some of the things that you might look for are thin sticks or twigs, grass. I tried to find really long grass so that I could weave it, like some of the birds we learned about. I also saw this really long stem that I thought might be good for making a nest. You can also look for mud or dirt and mix water into that to make your own mud. My plan did not use any mud, so I didn't collect any of that in my bucket. You'll also need to find something the size of an egg to keep in your nest. Remember, your nest needs to safely hold one egg. I used a pine cone that I found to be my egg, but you could also use a stone or a seed. This is a piece of gravel off the street that I found up next to a curve. This would be a great model egg in your nest. Now it's time to build your nest. This is a picture of my nest, and I've got it here to show you. In my plan, I wanted my nest to look like a bowl to hold the eggs down inside it. I practiced making my nest 2 times, and at first it broke and then it fell apart. Finally, I was able to make a flat nest, and that's okay. I used really soft leaves that I found and soft moss to keep my pretend egg safe and warm. Next, we're going to test our nests. We're going to pretend to be the wind. Let's see, we'll hear the wind in a minute. Would you like to test my nest with me? Okay. You'll need to circle, did the egg fall out? Yes or no? No, my egg did not fall out, so I will circle no. Did my nest fall apart? No, my nest did not fall apart, so I will circle no. Remember to blow gently, like the wind, to test your nest. Next, let's think about how you could make your nest better. And then draw your idea for a better nest. I wanted my nest to be like a bowl to hold the eggs down inside and keep them safe, but I wasn't able to do that. I think my nest could be better if I used mud to help hold my sticks together more easily. I'd also go out and look for some vines and a lot more of these vines because they are so easy to bend around into the shapes that I need. And I could use these to make a much bigger nest. Those are just 2 things that I might do to make a better nest. When you are all done making and testing your nest, don't forget to clean up. You might have a big mess. You can take all the materials you used to build your nest and put them back outside where you found them. Also, don't forget to wash your hands. Thank you so much for doing science with me today, boys and girls. I'd love to see your nest pictures, and I know your teachers would too. You can share a picture at the KCS Twitter handle. It's at KCS Science.